Nuno was appointed as the head coach of Wolverhampton Wanderers on the 31st of May 2017. He was previously the head coach of Porto FC and Valencia before that. This was his first appointment in a second-tier domestic club, and his primary aim was getting them into the English top flight. And he did just that. They were crowned champions in his first season in charge, with 2 matches to spare. Ahead of their first season in the Premier League after a 5-year absence, the club was busy in the transfer window, and we saw an influx of Portuguese and Spanish players. Some of Wolves' notable signings were Rui Patricio, Diego Jota, João Moutinho, Adama Traore, and João Caicedo. They also confirmed season-long loans of Raul Jimenez from Benfica and Leander de Donker from Anderlecht. In their debut Premier League season, their home form was sensational. They beat Manchester United, Chelsea and Arsenal at home, as well as drawing to Manchester City. They also reached the FA Cup semi-finals. Raul Jimenez ended the season as their top scorer with 13 league goals to his name. This helped the club to a 7th place finish, just shy of 6th place United. In the 2019-20 transfer window, they confirmed both the signings of Raul Jimenez and Leander de Donker, who were on season-long loans initially. They added Patrick Cutrone, Daniel Podence and Pedro Neto to their ranks, all on undisclosed transfer fees. Wolves had a very poor start to the 2019-20 season. By match day 6, the club were in 19th spot. They quickly got their act together and improved their performances in the fixtures following that, and in the second half of the season, they were a completely different team. From Christmas onwards, only Mohamed Salah had attempted more shots than Raul Jimenez, who ultimately ended the season as the club's top scorer with 17 league goals. They finished the season in an impressive 7th spot. Their fixtures in that season were typically high-scoring games, with 14 of their 38 Premier League fixtures consisting of 3 or more goals, with 5 of them consisting of 5 or more goals. This is down to their open, attractive style of football. They showed their counter-attacking prowess and use of the wide areas of the pitch. You were almost guaranteed to see Doherty on his bike and Diego Jota darting on the opposite flank. They set up to win the ball from the opposition, with Moutinho generally the one winning the ball. I think they had got the simple things right. They had a consistent first 11 and backup players who were capable of holding down starting berths. They had a manager who had trusted and had faith in his players. I feel Nuno took them as far as he could. He brought them from the Championship to the big leagues and really stuck it to the heavyweights. Last season, he was without his main man Raul Jimenez, and they really struggled for goals. The club failed to score more than 2 goals in a Premier League match throughout the entire season. They finished on the same points and goal difference as Newcastle United. The higher position went to Newcastle, who finished 12th, and Wolves 13th, because Newcastle had scored 10 more goals than Wolves did, even though Wolves had conceded 10 less goals. Wolves finished the season with a negative 16 goal difference. The club's highest scorers were Ruben Neves and Pedro Neto, who both finished with 5 league goals apiece. Neves has had his quietest season since playing in the Premier League. In the coming season, I'd like to see him shoot from their free kicks. Last season, Ward-Prowse had scored 4 goals from direct free kicks, which was a league high. I think Neves will have that at the back of his mind. And I'm sure Rafael Benitez at Everton will have him at the back of his mind. The biggest change in this Wolves team is in the nets. Rui Patricio has signed for Jose Mourinho's Roma team and is replaced by Portuguese international Jose Sa. Up front, I think people are divided when it comes to Fabio Silva. Personally, I don't think he fits this team, and I actually think they got this transfer wrong. I don't think he has what it takes to play in this Wolves team. They have another centre forward in Patrick Cotrone, who is fairly decent. We all know their centre forward is Raul Jimenez, and he is joined by fast-paced attacking players like Traore, Podence and Neto. They have also signed right winger Francisco Trincao on loan till the end of the season from Barcelona. The proper Jimenez replacement is Andre Silva. The Portuguese forward is 25 years of age, and I'm sure we will see either Cotrone or Fabio Silva going the other way. I think he could be a marquee signing for them, which can be seen as Wolves throwing down the gauntlet. Wolves don't have European football this season, and this could help them during this transitional phase. They start their campaign with an away trip to the King Power before home fixtures against Spurs and Manchester United. They then have a relatively easier run until December. Nobody faces a tougher festive period. 5 of their 7 fixtures from matchday 15 to 21 include Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, and both Manchester clubs. I'm very keen to see how this team copes with this kind of schedule. All in all, I'm very excited to see Wolves play this season. They have a really good team, and Nuno has done well to assemble the squad. I'm sure head coach Bruno Laga will ramp up this attack and cajole Podence and Neto. This team is very appealing, and I'm sure managers like Marco Silva and Manuel Pellegrini will fancy working with this group of players. The owners have shown that they are willing to finance their project. Last season, they spent £35 million on Fabio Silva and £30 million on Nelson Semedo. The year before that, they signed Jimenez for £30 million and Dendoncker for £12 million. They haven't really been linked with any premium talent, and I wonder if they're waiting till a late part of the window where players may be desperate to leave their clubs and they could pick up some bargains. I'd like to see Manchester United's Andreas Pereira play in this team. I think he would complement Ruben Neves in the middle of the park, and they both could leave the dirty work to Dendoncker or Moutinho. I'm sure Moutinho will be phased out this season. He has played more than enough games for Wolves, considering they signed him when he was 31 years of age. I think we will see his replacement, Renato Sanchez, in a Wolves shirt soon enough. Until we meet again.